some results. But the bottom line is that a guy is either a leader or he ain't a leader. And if you are a leader, that's when people will follow you, and that's when you'll start having this huge amount of success. You have to understand, if you apply 90% of what I'm teaching here, you're not going to get 90% results. You will do a heck of a lot better than you are right now. But you won't see the spectacular results unless you do that extra 10%. And you're a leader 100% of the way. And do you understand that concept? You see, if you do 90% of the things that I teach you, you will be better than you are now. Maybe you'll go up 10-fold or 20-fold or 30-fold from where you are now, and that's good. But if you are 100% in what I'm teaching, you will go up 1,000 or 10,000-fold. There's a huge increase in just that little extra effort. That's the difference. Like a horse race. You know, a guy loses by a nose, 1 inch, but the winner gets $1 million. The second place horse gets 10,000. Do you understand? It was only an inch difference. 1/10 or 1/100th of 1 second difference, but the income level is astronomical. That extra inch makes all the difference. Here's what Patton says. A general is an interesting story. A general who had been relieved came in at his own request and tried to explain why he was no good. I offered him a lesser command in another division, but he told me he needed 48 hours to consider it. I did not tell him so, but I realized that any man who could not make up his mind in less than 48 hours was not fit to command any troops in battle. The point here is not what Patton, it's not that Patton valued, snap judgments, but he believed that truly important decisions in life, those involving core values, did not require much time for thought. The answers to such issues should be second nature. It should be part of you. See, this quotation that Patton says here that I just read to you makes very clear that Patton firmly and intuitively grasped what made a good leader. And he didn't compromise in this area. You need to have some core values in your life that when an important decision comes by, you don't waver. It's instant. It's part of you. It's exactly that's what I do. It's exactly that's what I don't do. I've seen businesses where people started evaluating things on, is this a good business decision? What about this? What about that? They forgot that they had a core value that was being broken here. And they began to think too much. And I looked at these individuals and said, none of them have great value in what they're doing. There's one couple that I know that in a business situation, they were the only people. This one couple, along with Blaine Aythorne, this one couple and Blaine were the only two people that instantly and intuitively, based on their own core values, did the right thing, made an instant decision, because they were and are tremendous leaders. Can't be halfway when it comes to your principles. There's a statement that says, you'll fall for anything if you don't stand for something. And you've got to make a stand sometimes in your life. You have to have some depth of conviction on some issues that you can't waver on. And that's a quality that people will admire in you. And keep in mind, if people admire the quality in you, you will admire the quality in you. And that will increase your confidence and increase your own self-esteem, increase your own effectiveness. Next, cherish your prima donnas. Now listen to this. Patton says, in my experience, all very successful commanders are prima donnas and must be so treated. Some officers require urging. Others require suggestions. Very few have to be restrained. You see, most professionals in business or senior managers expect the people in their organization to be, quote, behave like professionals. Well, the fact is, this is an unrealistic expectation. Leaders become leaders because they are uncommon. You understand that? Leaders become leaders because they are uncommon and they know it. I remember when I was in the 9th grade in high school, St. Mary's High School, Lynn, Massachusetts, I was kicking some butt in my class. I had businesses going. I was making money. I was running around reading books, listening to tapes. I was going to functions and seminars. I had dreams and goals. I had confidence. I was making things happen. And I knew I was better, smarter than most of the people around me, and I could win in business and in life. Where most of these people had no clue of their own abilities. They had no confidence. They didn't know what they wanted to do. They didn't have dreams or goals. They were smoking dope half the time, getting drunk. Not me. I knew where I wanted to go, and I knew I could go there. And I had 2 teachers, Mr. Martelli, my math teacher, and another guy, my religion teacher, Mr. Lampert. And when I had them sign my yearbook, I didn't actually read what they wrote until later. And Mr. Lampert wrote, in all my experience as a teacher, which was over 20 years, I've never met a person as intelligent and with as many talents as you. And then he wrote, too bad you know that. What a slap in the face. Too bad I knew it. Too bad I knew it. And it got me thinking. I was like, what do you mean? I got confidence. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with believing in myself? And it made me feel bad. And then I flipped the page to Mr. Martelli. And he wrote, you're one of the most special and unique individuals I've had the pleasure and honor of teaching. Thank God you know that. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Martelli was a patent man because he knew that I was uncommon and different. And he treated me like that. He let me have that power. You see, Patton always said, I'm a prima donna, and I know it. He said the thing I hate about Montgomery, who was the British commander, was he's a prima donna, and he doesn't know it. And the problem was Montgomery was always too cautious in his war because he didn't realize the power that he had. He would have been even a more spectacular, more brilliant, more successful general if he had believed in his own abilities. The point here is you have to make the decision that you're going to be uncommon. No one's born uncommon. No one's born different. You make yourself that way. And when you make yourself that way, you got to start believing in yourself and having that ability. And when you find people in your organization, as you begin to grow an organization of other people, when you find one who's a prima donna, good. Treat them like that. You let them expand. You let them grow. You don't try to restrain them. Next, the image of leadership. Now listen to this. Generals must never show doubt, discouragement, or fatigue. Think about it. See, as a leader, you can't afford the luxury of revealing your feelings, particularly if they're negative, to people in your organization. Now think about it. That means you also can't do that to yourself. Patton always looked and acted the part of the confident commander. And the key word was he always said it. He was an actor. Dale Carnegie said it. You see, this stuff is not new and it's not so isolated. I can give you references from other authors, other books, even the Bible, that all this stuff I'm reading is 100% factually scientific and proven to work. Carnegie said, if you want to be enthusiastic, act like you're enthusiastic. Because if you act like you are, you will. Zig Ziglar says it. We don't sing because we're happy. We're happy because we sing. And we all know this from our own personal experience. I mean, if you played sports, ever get to that one day where, after school you're dragging and you feel crummy and blah, and you have to go to practice and you don't want to be there, but you have to show up, otherwise you'll get kicked off the team or reprimanded, or your friends will make fun of you, so you show up and you're down and you don't want to be there and you got the blues. And
all right, guys, so it is 10:14. We're going to get this call started here in the next 2 or 3 minutes. Take this time real quick, grab a pen, grab a paper, get out of bed if you're in bed. Take this time to also spread the word to everybody in your organization. Let everybody know that it is Monday. They do not want to miss this call, and we'll start this call up in about 2 or 3 minutes. Let's let everybody know that the call is live. Hope you guys are enjoying the audio, and we have a really, really good call ahead of us, fam. So 2 minutes, spread the word, and we'll get the call started. Let's run it.
And you show up on the practice field, and you throw your helmet on and your uniform on, and you start running around the field, taking some balls, and you're running around, and all of a sudden, after doing it, you start feeling good because you start moving your body and you start acting the part, and all of a sudden you look the part, you act the part, and you start feeling the part. Do you understand that? You have to look the part first. You have to start speaking the part, acting the part, and then you'll feel the part. You can change your emotional state by dressing the part. I mean, in our organizations, I have people in some of my companies, organizations are all required to wear white, crisp shirts, silk ties, nice slacks, black belts, black shoes that are shined. They're required to have short haircuts. They're required to look like professionals. And guess what? They start acting like professionals. They're required to sit up straight in their chair. When somebody comes into the room, they're required to stand at attention. Someone says, my God, well, sounds like you're running a military organization. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe it does. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, maybe I run it like a army that wins battles. Yeah. Huh. It's funny what people say. They say it sometimes out of, with some negative meaning, but they're right, and it's really positive. I remember I was listening to a cassette tape by Dexter Yeager when I was a kid, like 14 years old, and I kept listening to this tape and listening to all of his tapes. My mother came down because she was upset that I was listening to all these tapes because I decided I wasn't going to go to college, and she was upset that I was listening to these successful, wealthy, happy people. And my mother came down to my room when I was listening to this tape, when everybody else would be listening to like Led Zeppelin and hard rock and, Kiss and stuff. And I was listening to motivational tapes. And my mom came down and she yelled at me and she said, you keep listening to those guys, you're going to turn out just like them. And I started laughing. I said, that's the point. That's the point. You need to have an image of leadership, not just for the other people around you that look at you, but so that you can look at yourself in the mirror. Generals must never show doubt, discouragement, or fatigue. Doubt can sink a ship. You got to be positive. You have to act the part. You have to play the role of a leader. If you do that, you'll start seeing some amazing things happen. Your confidence level will go up. And when that goes up, everything around you starts working to your advantage as if by magic. That's the point. If you do these things long enough, you'll see the results. Remember the phrase I've said for years, do the right things long enough consistently, and you'll see the results. And that's what I'm talking about. Next, patent axiom. A commander knows. A commander knows. There's a knowingness. Now let me just read you Patton's words. I can tell a commander by the way he speaks. He does not have to swear as much as I do. A lot of people don't know that Patton swore out of control. But he has to speak so that no one will refuse to follow his order. Certain words will make you sound like a staff officer and not a commander. A good commander will never express an opinion. A commander knows. No one cares what your opinion is. Never use the words, in my opinion, I believe, I think, or I guess. And never say, I don't think. Any man who hears you speak must know what you want.
All right, here we go. And boom. Awesome. Well, welcome, familia, Grand Rising. Happy Monday. I hope everybody is having a blessed morning thus far. I know I am. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling aligned. I'm feeling connected. Yes, yes, yes. I'm feeling amazing, fam. I hope all of you guys are also feeling good. Thank you guys so much for hopping on this beautiful Monday morning. It is September 5th, 2022. And today is a day for us to grow, a day for us to get better, a day for big smiles. Yes, happy Labor Day to all. Hope you guys are really, really feeling good today. And I'm really looking forward to today's call. Any chance I get a chance to, pour into the family. We're here even on Labor Day, so that just tells you guys that we don't take no days off. We're always working on ourselves. We're always working to become the best version of us, and that's what it's all about. So big happy smiles. We expect miracles. We get miracles. Today is Christmas, and we live in positive anticipation that everything is working in our favor. No days off. I'm at day 43 of consistency. Super blessed, super grateful. Had a really good weekend. This weekend was more of a rest weekend, I would say. I wanted to make sure that I didn't burn myself out. But I still got working. I still did my reading. I still did my journaling. I still did my journaling, my reading, my audios, and so on and so forth. But I did get a lot of rest this weekend, right? I felt it catching up to me. Um, a lot of these days. So I caught up on a lot of sleep. I literally slept in until I was done sleeping. It was one of those weekends for me, right? Just sleeping, like get a lot of sleep because the brain needed it. My body was needing it. But we still made sure we got the work in regardless of the rest. You feel me? So don't ever forget that, fam. You got to get rest. You got to get rest. We're 40 days when you're 40 plus days into this run, you got to make sure that you get rest, so, it's important that we always rest and we put ourselves in position to do so. So I'm glad and I'm blessed that we did so. But in the meantime, guys, let's open up the floor with some gratitude. What is one thing that you are grateful for this morning? Type it in the chat box. What is one thing that you are grateful for in the chat box? Let's open this up. I am grateful for God. I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for my family, my mom, my dad, my little brother, my goddaughter, Dadiana. I'm extremely grateful for my mind, my body, and my spirit. I'm grateful for my team and the leaders within my organization. I'm grateful for um, the roof over my head. I'm extremely grateful for life in general. I'm grateful for Katie and Kobe who just left. Pray that they drive home safe. Love you guys so much. Um, I'm extremely grateful for just so much to be grateful for. The food, the money I've earned, the weekend I had. This weekend. So tell me how. Give you guys a quick funny story. Right, this weekend I finally, sat down and I was looking through my statements, my bank statements, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna see what's going on in my life in terms of financially, right? Let me see what I'm spending my money on. And if you haven't done this, I highly recommend you to do this, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, something just told me, like something came to my head and was like, Nano, go through your statements, check out everything that you spent in the month of August and like break it down into like categories, right? So I broke it down into like food, subscriptions, others, and all this stuff. And yo, when I tell you guys that I am pretty disappointed in some of the things that I am spending money on throughout the months, believe me. And I think everybody should do this. Okay, if you haven't done this, okay, let me see. I just had it here somewhere. Here they are. Oh, look. I literally what I did was I had to do it. I had to do it like the old school way, right? I didn't have any apps or anything that could tell me what I was spending money on. So what I did was, look, I put them on index cards. Funny story. Look, I put them on index cards. So this is others. This is subscriptions, money that I send through Apple Pay. I send a lot of money through Apple Pay, food and Ubers, which is what I spend the most, which is what I spend money on. And I sat there, and after doing the lesson with you guys, last week, I was like, okay, I want to make sure that I am, budgeting myself the right way. Okay. No way, I'm terrified. Christy, trust me, sis, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. And yo, when I sat down, so look, this is I had two things of food, of things that I spent. Luckily, funny story is I actually don't spend that much money on food. I spend a lot of money on subscriptions. I send too much money through Apple Pay. I spend almost $1,600 in subscriptions. I'm like, bro, you mean to tell me that there's $1,600 that go out of my bank account every single month on subscriptions? No way. I went in there and I started canceling all my subscriptions, like all of them. I started canceling this, that, this. I'm like, bro, I don't even use this anymore. I found out about things that I signed up for months ago, things that were just taking money out of my bank account, like that I don't even use, courses that I paid for. And I'm like, bro, this is unbelievable. Just so many things, money that I'm sending through Apple Pay, except my, academy stuff. But I highly recommend you guys, and I'm not going to go deep into all of this stuff. I just want you guys to go and do it yourself, because remember, we're in a season right now. I get it. We like to spend money. We like to go out. We like to do certain things. But we're in a season right now where, we really have to find ways to save money in certain areas so that we can be ready for big investments, right? Because I realize, I'm like, okay, I'm spending this certain amount of month, but what if I can take that certain amount and save myself an extra 2 to 3 thousand every single month and put that into my investment account, put that towards my savings, put that towards the house for my mom, right? It was like God. I was literally sitting down right here on this chair, and I had nothing to do. I had nothing to do. This was on Saturday. I was just sitting down. I had nothing to do, and I was like, and a thought came to my head. Yo, budget yourself. I opened up my 2 bank accounts, and one by one, I just started going. Okay, I started opening it up. Okay, I spent $20 on food. I spent this on food, this on Uber. I spent this on my nails. I spent this on that. And I started to realize, and then I started to break it down in categories, and I realized that there was a lot of things that I was spending money on that I didn't need to be spending money on. And sometimes the reason why we lack money and we lack, finances is because we are not paying attention to the things that we are actually spending on, right? We just spending. We're just like, okay, yeah, I want it. I want this. I want that food here. And I realized, I'm like, bro, I could be saving so much more money. Now, I'm grateful that I've been given the opportunity to make the money that I make, and it doesn't hurt me as much. And I'm able to still have money left over at the end of the month, regardless. But think about it. Even if I'm able to save an extra $2,000, $3,000 every single month and save some extra money, yo, that's a lot right there. You think about it. If I'm saving an extra $3,000 a month, dude, at the end of the year, that's an extra $36,000 in 1 year. And that's just that, right? Think about saving an extra 36,000, an extra $40,000 at the end of your year, just because you're managing your spending a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? So just something to think about. That's some people's salary, seriously. So just something to think about, guys. I saw my sis Christy's in here as well. Love you, sis. Grateful for you. But you know us, we bougie. We like the good things in life. Trust me, sis. You do that, you'll be scared at what we're spending money on. You'll be so surprised. You'll be like, no way am I spending this much money on food. No way am I spending this much money on this. But you'll find ways to save money. I guarantee you guys. I'm telling you guys. If you guys do what I did, like I said, yo, just do it the old school way, right? I know there's apps for it, but do it the old school way, right? Take a pen, take a piece of paper, take some index cards, put one. Look, I did one for food. All right. I did one for Uber and transportation. I don't have a car, luckily, so I don't have to worry about a car. Right. I did one for subscriptions. I did one for like self-care and others. I did one for Apple Pay. I did one for like, house bills and stuff like that. And I'm telling you guys, you would realize so much about yourself and you will save so much more money in this last quarter of the year. Because remember, this money that is being given to us, okay, we got to learn how to utilize it better. Okay, so if you guys are going to do the budgeting really quick, I just want to know that I got your commitment to do it, because after the breakthrough that I had, I hope that you guys have the same breakthrough. Type a 3 in the chat box if you guys are ready to do this. All right. Yeah, man. Imagine being a girl, nails, hair, lashes, massage, clothes. Sis, I could only imagine yours. Your self-care is, I already know. Dude, I spent like almost $500 on self-care this in August. I got facials, mani and pedis. I bought products for my face, the whole nine. So just letting you guys know, so you guys know what's going on. All right. So let's get into the topic for today. That's just wanted to be a really quick, topic I wanted to give you guys to kind of take into account, just so you can become aware, right? Regardless, if you don't, then you're just going to keep spending a lot of money. So, this will help you save some money. Remember, my goal here is for you guys to have, okay, an idea of what you're spending your money on, maybe minimize certain things so that you can have more money at the end of the month that you can put into those savings account, into those investment accounts, so you can put yourself in position for this recession that is already here, and they're saying that it's only going to get worse. So I want to make sure that you guys are ready for that. Okay. So today I wanted to talk about the fourth quarter vision. All right. Q4 vision. And I think that it's important that we understand how to set ourselves up for this last quarter of the year. Right now, officially, the last quarter does not start until October 1st, but it's important that we start preparing ourselves from now. Okay. Now, this is important that you guys understand. Okay. The vision that we all have will determine, okay, how far we go. Okay. Vision is key in business. Okay. And I have a question for you guys, because this is a question I've asked in the past and I want to see who actually remembers this. All right. Does the vision make the leader, or the leader makes the vision? All right. Answer that question in the chat box for me. Does the vision make the leader, or does the leader make the vision? Okay. Who remembers this? Does the leader make the vision, or the vision makes the leader? What comes first? Listen to it one more time before you answer it. I want to see you guys here. Does the vision make the leader, or does the leader make the vision? Let's see who remembers. Okay. Let me see. Leader makes the vision. Vision makes the leader. Vision comes first. Vision makes the leader. Vision. Okay, perfect. So you guys got it. Never forget this question. All right. Never forget the answer to this question. All right. The vision comes first. All right. The vision makes the leader. Okay. Let me tell you why the vision makes the leader, because you got to understand this. Okay. The leader can make the vision, but remember, if the leader makes the vision and he quits, then the vision is gone. That's what happens. Okay. How many leaders do we know that had the vision and they lost it, right? Type a 1 in the chat box if you ever had a leader that had the vision and then they left, or they quit, or they stopped, or they allowed the outside circumstances to affect their circumstances, right? We've all had people like that. They'll tell you, Nano, I got the vision, bro. I'm with you here to the end. I'm not quitting. I'll never quit. This is for my family. And then they end up quitting. They end up stopping. It ends up getting too hard for them. Life happens. This happens. That happens. Okay. A lot of leaders lose that vision. Okay. You got to remember this. The reason why the vision makes the leader, okay, is because that vision that individual has, okay, he or she focuses each and every single day to become the leader that is deserving of that vision. That's why the vision comes first, because every single day the leader works to become the individual that is deserving of the vision that he or she is asking for. So that's why the vision is so important. Think about the vision that we have. We have a vision to live a life of peace, abundance, freedom, traveling the world, giving back to communities, millions in the bank. Okay. We work hard. That's our vision right there. But we work hard every day to become the person that is deserving of that vision. Okay. So the reason why I wanted to do this call today on Monday is because I wanted to remind you guys, what is your vision for the end of the year? What is your vision for December 31st, 2022? What is the vision? What do you want to accomplish come December 31st? Because I know you want that big long-term vision that takes a year, 2 years, 3 years to accomplish. But what do you want come December 31st? Because December 31st is right around 4 months away. What are you working towards these next 4 months? What are you going to be working towards September, October, November, and December? We're only 5 days into September. So we still have, in reality, we have a total of a good 4 months of the year left. So what are we working towards? You need to have a vision of that. Now, like I said, I know you have the vision of making multiple six figures. I know you have the vision of making millions and retire your family. But what's the vision for the end of the year? What are you going to work towards by the end of the year? What's your goal? What's your chief aim? Are you clear on that? Because once you have that vision, now you have to develop yourself into the person that is deserving of that vision. And that's what we must be focused on the rest of the year. So, as an example, my sis Nikki in the comment section said, "I want to fire my job. I want to quit my job." Okay. Now, what Nikki must do if she wants to quit her job by the end of the year. Anybody else want to quit their job by the end of the year? Type a 2 in the chat box if you're somebody that wants to quit their job by the end of the year and work on your dreams full time. Anybody else, just like Nikki, want to quit their job and go full time by the end of the year? Right? Start working on your future, so on and so forth by the end of the year. Anyone else? Right? Okay. So we got some people. So look at how many people want to quit their job by the end of the year. Now, how much money do you have to make in order for you to quit your job? How much do you have to earn monthly on a part-time basis for you to be able to quit your job? For everybody that typed the 2 in the chat box, let me know how much money you have to make for you to quit your job. At least, what's the minimum you have to make? Right? I see 3K a month. I see 4 to 5K a month, 4K, 3K, 5K, 2K, 10K, 3 to 5K, 6K a month, 4K a month. I need about 6K a month. Damn, I see 20K in there. You got a good job. At least 3K, 8 to 9K. All right. For the most part, okay, you all have, okay, a lot of you guys have about the same amount, right? About the same amount, right? So whatever amount of money you need to make by the end of the year, let's say, for example, let me use somebody as an example. All right, let's use Silvana. Silvana told me in the chat, she said she needs a total of 4K a month in order for her to quit her job. So this is what I would do if I was Silvana, right? If I was Silvana, all right, this is what I would do. I would grab a pen, I would grab an index card, and I would write it down, okay? I would write it down. I am so happy and grateful, okay, now that I am earning, okay, now that I am earning $4,000 a month in profit, now that I am earning $4,000 a month in profit through my second stream of income. Because right now her main stream of income is her job. Through my second stream of income, thank you, God, it is done. Boom. I would write it down just like this. Now, I know this is a little bit thing, but yo, I am so happy and grateful now that I am earning 4K a month in profit through my second stream of income. And I would write it down and I would make this my main priority. But Nano, how am I going to make the 4K a month? Doesn't matter. You don't need to know how. You just need to write it down. You need to write it down and you need to make it your main priority. This needs to be your chief aim. This needs to be all that you think about. This needs to be the goal that you write down every time in your journal. You got to write it down. You got to see it. You got to imagine it. You got to see the $4,000 coming in. You got to see yourself quitting the job. You got to see yourself putting the 2 weeks in. You got to see it happening, see it happening, see it, and make this your main priority. All right. And if you want to even make it better, you write it down. I am so happy and grateful now that I am earning 4K a month in profit through my second stream of income by December 31st, 2022. Write it down, make it a goal, make it a foundation, make it your main chief aim. What is that goal? The moment you write this down, it becomes a reality. You just now have to get into the vibration to receive it. You see how that works? Now you just got to get into the vibration to receive it because you already put it out there in the universe. So it has to happen. The more you write it down, the more you believe it. The more you speak it, the better it is. So you got to have a vision for the end of the year. Guys, we can't just be waking up and going about our days with no vision, with no clarity, with no, there needs to be something that we are working towards by the end of the year. It can't just be wake up and go about my day. No, it has to be wake up and what am I going to do today that's going to get me closer to this goal? Everybody here just needs some direction. That's all you need is direction. Don't just wake up and be somebody that is just going about your day to day. No, that's never going to work. What is that goal that you want? What do you want to accomplish? Pray on this. Speak it daily. Talk about it daily. Listen to it. See it. Feel it. Taste it. Touch it. Everything that you can and put yourself in consistency with it day in and day out. And there is no way that it can't happen as long as you get in the vibration of it. There's no way that you don't get it, right? Because it's so funny because I'm writing mines down every day, right? I write mines down every day, okay? And you know what's the beautiful thing about it? Money is just being thrown at me now. Money is being thrown at me everywhere. I'm like, where's all this money coming from? Thank you, God. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. Money from this place. Yo, Nano, I got this gig for you. Yo, there's a money-making opportunity here. Boom, 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 because I'm writing it down every day. I'm writing down that I want to make a certain amount of money each month through multiple streams of income. Thank you, God, it is done. Every day I write it down. I am so happy and grateful now that I am earning blank a month through multiple streams of income. Thank you, God, it is done. And now, for some reason, I'm getting opportunities to make money here, monthly opportunities, where I'm going to be able to earn an extra 5K a month here. I'm going to be able to earn an extra 10K a month here. And I'm like, yo, this is really happening right now. Like, I've been writing this down for months, and I've never stopped writing it down. And for months, I didn't get no money. For months, I didn't get any opportunities. But out of nowhere, now that I'm on the vibration, now that I've been running for 4 months, for 40 days, 41, 42, now at 43, now for some reason, all the opportunities are aligning. You know why? Because every day I'm raising my vibration. Every day I'm raising my vibration. And I'm reaching those vibrations where now the opportunities are going to be thrown at me. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go, Nano. Because you are vibrating at the level of those vibrations. That's why the slip-ups are way too costly. Because think about it. If I wasn't vibrating at that level, I wouldn't be able to receive the blessings that I'm receiving. If I would have slipped up and I would have stayed at this vibration, I wouldn't be receiving nothing. But because I've stayed consistent 43 days, I've been able to pour into myself. I've been seeing the vision. I've been writing down the goal daily. Every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No days off. No excuses. It doesn't matter if this happened, if this person left my business, if I had an argument this day, if that happened, blah, 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 blah. Every single day, I am showing up for myself. So by law, every single day, I am becoming more deserving of what I am asking for. And God is putting the people, the situations, and the circumstances in my life for it to happen exactly how I want it to happen. That's how it works. This is how it works. It's by law. This is it is literally my main goal, my main focus. I'm not focused on anything else, right? I've told you guys multiple times, I don't have 100 goals. I have one goal that'll help me accomplish the other 99 goals. Don't let that go over your head. Don't let that go over your head. I don't have 100 goals. I have one goal that'll help me accomplish the other 99 goals. So I focus on that one goal. That's my main focus. That is my main attraction. That is the only thing I focus on. That goal will help me retire my family. That goal will help me travel the world. That goal will help me give back to communities. That goal will help me develop my team better. I focus on the one goal that will help me accomplish all the other goals. Because remember, focus everywhere leads to focus nowhere. Don't let that one go over your head. Write that one down. Focus everywhere leads to focus nowhere. A lot of people don't know that. Focus everywhere leads to focus nowhere. Right? Does anybody know the acronym for focus? Can anybody type the acronym for focus for me really quick? What is the acronym for focus? Anybody know? Let's see if anybody knows. There we go. Johnny got it in the chat box. Follow one course until successful. Follow one course until successful. Follow one course until successful. So the reason why they say focus everywhere leads to focus nowhere is because you can't focus on multiple different things, because focus means follow one course. What is the one thing that you are going to focus on? And remember, we are in different seasons of our lives, right? I know, for example, I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Sorry. But for the individual that wanted to make $4,000 a month, okay, I'm sure she wants to make six figures. I'm sure she wants to travel the world. I'm sure Silvana, right? I'm sure she wants to do a lot of things, but she got to focus on this first. Let her hit this goal first before she can focus on $10,000 a month. She can't even think of $10,000 a month until she hits $4,000 a month. She got to hit this one first. So I love what you said there, Deja. The slip ups are way too costly. Saturday was one of those days for me. Saturday was one of those days where I woke up, I had a lot of things to do. It was one of those busy days. And I didn't get a chance to do like my whole self-care Saturday routine that I usually do, because from the moment I woke up, I was on the move, had to do things. I had a 3-hour training that I did for the squad. After that, I had to do things. But I found a way to still get it done, right? I found a way to get a 10-minute meditation throughout the day. I found a way to get my 30 minutes of reading. I found a way to get my audio in throughout the day. So Saturday was one of those hectic days for me, right? But I still found a way to get it all in throughout the day. I did 10 minutes meditation here. I did 30 minutes of reading there. I did my audio here, and I wrote and I journaled here. So even though it was a hectic day, even though I could have easily been like, you know what, I'm gonna just take the day off, I was like, nah, those slip ups are way too costly. I still gotta find a way to get it in, because I have a goal I gotta accomplish. I got a vibration that I got to keep. And one slip up could cost me the 40 days of vibrations that I've been working towards. So I'm not going to do that. So we got to always remember this is so key. Now, let's talk about the 4 different types of people when it comes to the vision. Because there's 4 different types of people when it comes to the vision. And I want you guys to know who you are on this call. All right. There's 4 different types of people. The first type of person, okay, is the wanderer. All right. A wanderer is somebody that doesn't see the vision and doesn't know where they're going. All right. A wanderer is someone who doesn't see the vision and doesn't know where they're going. Are you a wanderer? If you're somebody that doesn't know what you want to accomplish by the end of the year, you are a wanderer right now. You don't have a vision and you don't know where you're going. Don't be a wanderer. The purpose of this call is for me to wake you guys up and be like, okay, yo, you're a wanderer. Let's get you a vision. Because you know what, family, and we can all be honest here. There's so many of our friends, our family, co-workers that are wanderers. They have no vision and they have no idea where they're going. They're like a boat in the middle of the ocean with no sail. They'll end up wherever they end up. They'll end up in a deserted island somewhere. They're just going about life, going about it. They have no idea. And it is so sad. I agree with you, sis. It is so sad. It breaks my heart. Majority of society is lost. Majority of society is lost. And that's why we must be the individuals that change that narrative. Nobody on this call if you're on this call, you are not allowed to be a wanderer. Because at the end of the day, none of us on this call are wanderers. And you become who you spend time with. And trust me, if you're on this call, you are not allowed to be a wanderer. And let me tell you right now, if you are one, after today, you better not be one. If you are on this call and you have no idea what you want by the end of the year, after today, that changes. After today, that changes. Okay, you can no longer be a wanderer. You got to know exactly what you want. Silvana said, Nano, I need to make $4,000 a month for me to quit my job. Guess what? Now Silvana has direction. She has a vision now. Okay, she has a short-term vision that she can work towards, which will help her accomplish her long-time vision. You guys got to remember this stuff. This is super key. So the first kind of person is the wanderer. The second type of person is the follower. All right. The follower is the individual that starts to see the vision but never pursues it. They don't believe that they're good enough. They don't believe that they're able to make it happen. They lack self-belief, and they might get caught up too much in how is it going to happen. This is not a bad place to be, but this is a good place to, I would say, start. It's just not a good place to stay. I was once a follower. As a matter of fact, Nano was once a wanderer. So I've been at all four of these places. All right. I've been a wanderer. Trust me, I didn't see the vision back in 2017 and I didn't pursue it at all. Okay. I had no idea where I was going. I hit rock bottom. I hit absolute rock bottom. I was a wanderer, right? Put a 1 in the chat box if you've also been a wanderer at some point in your life, right? Has anybody else ever been a wanderer at some point in their life where you were kind of like, you didn't have a vision, you didn't know where you were going, you were just kind of going about life each and every single day? Well, I've been there before, so I know what it is to be a wanderer, okay? You're just somebody that's waking up, going about your day with no direction as to what you want in life. You don't want to be that person. Wanderers do not live the life of their dreams. Wanderers do not, let me make sure you guys understand that, do not accomplish the things that they want in life. They don't do anything. Okay? They are the perfect example of people who die at the age of 25 and they don't get buried until they're 75. Because they have no dreams. So then there's the wanderer level, but then we said it's the followers. Now, followers, okay, remember this. They start to see the vision when you're a follower, but they never pursue it. So they know that we can go and make millions of dollars, but they never pursue it. So let me give you guys an example. Okay. We all are part of, for the most part, majority of everybody here is in a network marketing company, or, you know, you are part of a business, whether it's real estate, credit, health and wellness. We are all part of a business, right? And within these businesses, okay, we have people who are extremely successful. Okay. We know people who have earned the 6 and the 7 figures, and we know that it is possible to make that money. As a matter of fact, you guys know me. You know me. Some of you guys know me since I was broke, and you guys have watched me go from broke to making multiple 6 figures on my way to 7 figures. Okay. So you know that it works. You know that it is possible, but for some reason you never pursue it because you have a lack of belief in yourself. Okay. You get too caught up in, how am I going to earn the $4,000 a month? You feel like you're not good enough. You feel like you're not going to be able to make it happen because you are doubting yourself. Followers have to do one thing and one thing only. They have to do a lot of deep work to get out of the follower mentality. This is why, let me tell you guys something. This is why I've been encouraging everybody on this call to do a lot of deep work consistently over a period of time, because I want you guys to get out of the follower mentality. I know some of you guys see the vision. I know some of you guys know that you deserve those 6 and those 7 figures, but for some reason, you don't believe it. For some reason, you don't wake up every day and go after it. For some reason, you're not staying up late and waking up early. For some reason, you just keep slipping up. For some reason, there's just something that's not getting you to go out there and do the work that's required for you to get to those levels. So you're a follower right now. And you know what it is all those years of negative programming. It's all those years of your friends and your family telling you, you can't do that. Focus on your job. That's not for you. That's a scam. There's no way that you're gonna be able to do that, KD. There's no way that you're gonna make six figures, Nikki. You're crazy to even think that you can make seven figures. Stay humble. You're poor. Stay humble. What do you mean you're gonna go and make seven figures? That's not possible for people like us. You're not gonna be able to live in that penthouse. Stay focused. Why don't you just settle for the little 3-bedroom apartment? You're not gonna drive that Rolls Royce. Stay humble. Just get yourself the Honda. And your whole life, you've been told things that were not possible. Myself, Nano, has been told plenty of times that I couldn't do certain things. Nano, you're not gonna be able to live that life. Nano, you're not gonna drive those cars. You're not gonna live in those houses. You're not gonna make that impact. You're not gonna do this. And think about that. Even though at the time we would just accept it for what it is, those limiting beliefs are inside of us. Those limiting beliefs are still inside of us. All those can'ts and won'ts, all of those things are still inside of us until we do the deep work. That's the reason why so many people, they jump on these calls, they hear the message, but for some reason they can never get themselves to put the work in to go accomplish what they said they were going to accomplish. There's a reason why so many of you are not able to stay consistent through your goals and through your routines. You know why? It's because of those limiting beliefs. Okay? This is so true. This is so real. Right? I'll give you guys a perfect example, and I'll use her as an example because she's on this call with me, and this is my sister for life, no cap. My sister Christy's on this call with us. Very successful at what she does. If you guys look in the chat, look at what she said. She said, my whole family told me I was crazy for dreaming so big since I was little. It took a lot of personal development for me to believe in myself. So think about that. She comes from a third world country in Peru. All right. And she always, I've heard her story. She said she always said that she was going to be rich and that she was going to live this beautiful life. And people will laugh at her, make fun of her, and didn't think that it was possible for her. And today she lives that dream. But what did she say? What did she say right there? She said it took a lot of personal development. It took a lot of deep work. It took a lot of deep work in order for her to live the life that she now lives today. It wasn't like it happened overnight. It wasn't like it was just given to her like, here, Christy, this is what you've always wanted. Here, let me give it to you. No. She had to put the work in. Daily. Day in, day out, the reading, the journaling, the visualizations, the listening to the audios, the gym, the letting go of old paradigms, forgiving people, all of this stuff. She got rid of all of that stuff for years. I know her for, I would say now almost 3 years. Sort of say we met around pandemic, so 2 years going on 3. And since I've met her, she's been doing deep work. And since I've met her, I've watched her income, who knows how much, quadruple, 5x, 10x, too many. So you guys got to remember that it's okay to be a follower, but when you're in that follower stage, you need to do a lot of deep work, because at one point, Christy was a follower. Nano was a follower. We saw the vision, but we didn't pursue it. You know why? Because we lacked belief. We lacked that we couldn't do it. We lacked the idea of self. And then we hit the third person. We hit the third type of person when it comes to the vision, which is the achiever. They see the vision and they pursue it. They know that their life can actually change over the years and they start to believe it. But they understand that it takes time. You see, we have successful people on this call right now, right? Christy's made 7 figures, multiple. And she could tell you guys herself that it took years for that to happen. Years for it to happen. It wasn't done overnight. It wasn't like she planted the seed today and ate the fruit tomorrow. She planted the seed today and watered that seed for months and years at a time. Okay? This is so important. This is so important. So as an achiever, if you are on this call, listen to me very closely. The only way that you can consider yourself an achiever on this call, let me tell you what it is. You see the vision and you pursue it every single day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's the only way that you can consider yourself an achiever on this call. The only way. If you're not pursuing your goals every day through the challenges, through the struggles, through the ups, through the downs, you are not an achiever. If you allow the failures in your life to stop you, you are not an achiever. If you allow yourself to stay in the same negative paradigms, you are not an achiever. You are not an achiever if you allow the circumstances on the outside to stop you from accomplishing your goals. You are not an achiever if you let what your family and your friends say about you to stop you from your goals. Okay, that's not an achiever. That's not an achiever. You are still a follower. Okay, if you're not going about it day by day, if you still slip up, you are not an achiever. You're not an achiever if you still slip up. If you work 1 week and then the next week you don't work, you're not an achiever. You're not at all. You're not an achiever at all. I don't want you to tell me you're an achiever. I know people that will tell me they're an achiever and I know they're not achievers. Because I know the work that they put in. I know how they allow the bad things to slip up on them on a day-to-day. The only person that can consider themselves an achiever is the person that sees the vision and works towards it each and every single day, regardless of the circumstances that life throws at them. An achiever is someone who has character. An achiever is someone who has integrity. What is character, Nano? When you know if somebody has character, let me tell you guys what character is. Character, the way you build character, the way that you know if someone has character is, can a person achieve what they said they're going to do long after the feeling is gone? That's what determines a person's character. Can a person continue to go after what they said they were going to accomplish long after the feeling has been gone? Because right now, I'll use Silvana as an example. Let's use Silvana as an example. Silvana, I'm gonna use you as an example today, right? Silvana sets the goal, Nano, I want to make $4K a month, right? I need to make $4,000 a month for me to quit my job. Okay. Now, Silvana, we got to remember this, okay? She no longer wants to be a follower. She now wants to be an achiever. In order for Silvana to be an achiever, okay, she has to see the vision and she has to pursue it every single day. She needs to have integrity. What is integrity? Being impeccable with your word. Everything that she says she's going to do, she has to do it. Okay? When the challenges come, right? Something happens at her job. This person leaves her business. She lost an amount of money here. She still has to show up. Right? And then when October comes around, November comes around, and that feeling is gone that she may have today, can she still keep going even though the feeling is over? Can she still keep going even though she's being doubted? Even though she's been working for 3 months and for some reason still making the same amount of money? What did I tell you guys? I've been writing down that I want to make a certain amount of money for months, right? And nothing changed. For months, nothing changed. And then out of nowhere, because I stayed consistent, I never lost faith, I never lost the vision, now money is being thrown at me left and right. Nano, here's an extra here. Nano, here's an extra stream of income. Yo, I got an extra gig for you right here. Take a look at this. Boom, boom, boom. You know why? Because even though long after the feeling was gone, I kept doing it. That's an achiever. If you slip up, you are not an achiever. If you allow your failures to stop you, you are not an achiever. If you allow what other people say about you, you are not an achiever. If you are scared to step out of your comfort zone, you are not an achiever. You are still a follower. I'm going to make that very clear. September, I've been telling this to my whole entire organization and everybody who's around me. This is Savage September. This is the month for us to grow. This is a month for us to go savage. Nano, what do you mean by savage though? Yo, let's go out there and get everything that's ours. What are we playing around for? Why are we playing easy with people? Why are we just chilling? Why are we just chilling? Why don't we go out there and do everything we said we were going to say we were going to do? Why don't we work those 18, 19-hour days until we can't no more? Something Matt always told me, and something he taught me this, and that was one of the best and worst things that he ever taught me. He said, Nano, work until failure. And I'm like, what do you mean by that, bro? He said, work until you can't no more. Work 19-hour days until you can't no more. And then fail, like literally burn yourself out, take a week off, and then go at it again. I remember Matt told me that. I was like, bro, that's all you had to say. Let's run it. Now, what I do is I do that, but I don't burn myself out completely. This was something that he taught me like 2 years ago. Right? But I do it now, but I make sure I get my rest so I don't burn out. But I'm an achiever. I'm showing up every day. For the last 43 days, I've been an achiever. I've showed up every day, 43 days in a row. Because I see the vision and I'm pursuing it. And if it takes 130 days, if it takes 300 days, if it takes 600 days, if it takes 1,000 days, it doesn't matter how long it takes. I will not stop until it is accomplished. I'm not looking at the numbers. I'm not looking at the days. My head is down like this, and I'm running. Every day. Head down, head down, head down, head down. Head down, and I'm running. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, Nano. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. 11-11, it never lies. So the third kind of person is an achiever. Right? Put a 3 in the chat box if you're an achiever. I want to see where my achievers are. But only put a 3 in the chat box if you are confident that you are an achiever. If you're not an achiever, don't put it yet. Don't put it yet. Deserve the privilege to put that 3 in the chat box. You got to deserve that. You got to deserve that you are that achiever, that you show up every day. You put the work in every day. You don't quit. You don't allow the circumstances to stop you. That's an achiever. If you're not an achiever, you're still a follower, and that's okay. Let this be the call that realizes, like, damn, I've been a follower for way too long. It's time for me to become an achiever. Okay? If I'm awake, I'm either working or working out. That's facts. Facts, okay? And then the fourth kind of person is the leader. Now, guess what the leader is? The leader is somebody, okay, is someone who sees the vision, pursues the vision, but also helps others see it as well. So it's kind of like the same thing as an achiever. Jose, my brother, love you, OG. Don't que hablar contigo about a house from my mom. But it's someone who sees the vision, pursues the vision, but also helps others seize it. I'm a leader, and I take a lot of pride in being a leader. Right? I take a lot of pride in being a leader because I see the vision, right? I pursue the vision every day, but I'm also helping you guys who are my family see the vision. Wow. Someone on Instagram said something very powerful. I got tired of being a leader to wanderers. Wow, 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 wow. That was powerful. And you know what's funny, sis? I'm going to keep it 1G with you. I've been there before. That was powerful. She said, I got tired of being a leader to wanderers. I felt that. I felt that because that's a fact. I've been there. Okay. I've been there. And let me tell you, and I'm so glad that she said that. I'm so glad you said that, fam. Let me tell you why. Because I've been there and I was recently there. But let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you guys what happened. Okay. And I've been able to change that. And I'm going to tell you how I changed that. For so long, I was a leader that was leading wanderers. And, you know, I had to figure out, why is that? Why is it that I keep getting wanderers in my life? And I had to do a self-reflection. And what I realized was that I had to grow as a leader. So I dedicated, since the month of March, I've dedicated my whole entire year to the study of leadership. I've been studying leadership since March. I only study leadership. That's all I'm studying. Leadership and spirituality are the only two books that I read. Right now I'm reading two books. I'm reading a leadership book and a spiritual book. And what I've realized is this. Okay, let me tell you what I realized. There's levels to leadership. Okay. And depending on the level you are in leadership will determine the type of leaders that you attract. Okay. Now, just because you're a leader doesn't mean that you're a high level leader. And this is nothing against nobody. I want you guys to understand because I've been there before, right? Let's say you're a level 4 leader. You can only attract level 3, level 2, and level 1 leaders, which most likely are going to be wanderers or followers. If you're a level 4 leader, you are only going to attract leaders who are in level 3, 2, or 1, which most likely are going to be wanderers, or you may find some followers in there. Okay. And if you're a level 4 leader, you're an achiever, but you're kind of like in the follower achiever area, right? And that's where I was at. I was like a level 4, level 5 leader. And I said, you know what? I need to grow as a leader. I need to study leadership. I need to grow my leadership. So what did I start doing? I started to study leadership every day, every day, every day, every day. Study, study, study. Listen to audios on leadership. Read books on leadership. I started to write affirmations on leadership. Blah, 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 blah. And what I've done is, in my opinion, I've turned into what I would say a level 7, level 8 leader over just this year. At the beginning of the year, I would have considered myself maybe like a level 4, level 5 leader. I feel like I've increased my leadership based off of the results that I've gotten to like probably a level 8 leader. But guess what? As a level 8 leader now, I am attracting level 7 and level 6 leaders. maybe some level 5s, but for the most part, the leaders that I'm now attracting into my business are a lot higher. They're achievers. I'm naturally attracting achievers now. You see, I'm no longer attracting wanderers into my business. I'm too high of a leader now to attract wanderers into my business. I'm only attracting achievers now. Okay? I am only attracting achievers and maybe certain followers that I need to work on and get them to become achievers. But no longer am I attracting wanderers. So if you're someone on this call, from my sister that said that on this call, all you need to do is grow in leadership so that you can attract achievers. Because now I no longer get tired of leading wanderers, because no longer are wanderers joining my business. The only thing that joins my business now is achievers and even other leaders. I'm even it's gotten to the point where other leaders, level 7, level 8 leaders are joining my business now. And if I do get followers, it's minimal followers that I got to work with and just teach them, because they have the vision. They just haven't pursued it yet because they lack those beliefs. But I help them get out of that because I was once a follower. But no longer do I attract wanderers into my business, because I've grown in leadership, so I can't attract wanderers. So if you have too many wanderers in your business, it's because you haven't grown in leadership. That means that you are probably a level 3 or level 4 leader. If you're having too many people who join your business that don't see the vision and who don't think. Everybody who joins my business now sees the vision and pursues the vision. They see the vision and they pursue the vision. So you want to be a leader. That's the point you want to get to. All right. And then there's this very exclusive group. The last group. I know we said there were four types of people for when it comes to the vision, but there's one more group and then we'll wrap it up. And it's the dreamers. The dreamers. And this is a very elite group, and it's a very small group. The dreamers are the individuals that believe that they're going to change the world and save it. Those are the ones. Dreamers are people that they believe they are going to change the world, and they believe they are. That's me. I'm a leader and a dreamer. I believe I'm going to change the world. There is no doubt in my mind that I'm going to change the world. I am 100% a dreamer. I'm a dreamer. We're going to change the world. Not just me. We're going to change the world. And there is no doubt in my mind that the Mornings with Nano family, as a matter of fact, we already started to change the world, which is exactly, somebody said in the chat, you already have. We already started changing the world. And that's what it's all about, family. For the rest of the year, I want you to focus on being a level 3 and up, right? I want you to focus on being an achiever, a leader, or a dreamer. That's the only thing. Now, if you're a follower, work on yourself. Do the deep work. Do the personal development. Do what's required. Because that's what it takes, fam. Those are the 5 different types of people when it comes to vision and leadership. And I wanted to make sure that for the rest of the year, we focused on which one we were going to be. And remember, from this point on, it's a choice, right? You can choose to be a follower from this point on. You can choose to be an achiever from this point on. You can choose to be a leader or a dreamer from this point on. Okay, so make that a focus, fam. I hope that you guys got value from today's call. Put some 555s in the chat box if you guys got value from today's call. Okay, because this is super, super important. Okay, I know that a lot of you guys can get a lot of value from what it is that we got going on here. Okay, and I know for a fact that a lot of us are going to be able to change the world based off of the information that we were taught today. And these are just good reminders. Yo, Nano, for the rest of the year, I will focus on being an achiever. I'm going to work on being an achiever who's going to turn into a leader. You don't got to focus on being a dreamer right now. Don't worry about that. You'll naturally become a dreamer by becoming an achiever and a leader. Everything else will come. My focus is being a leader. I know that me being a leader is helping me become a dreamer at the same time. I focus on being that leader, someone who sees the vision, who pursues the vision and helps others do it. By law, you become a dreamer. Okay? So focus on being that achiever and focus on being that leader, and everything else will fall into place, fam. So I'm so glad that you guys hopped on today's call. This week is going to be filled with a lot of value, fam. Do not miss this week. I'm telling you guys, I already have these trainings planned out as to what I'm going to teach on this week. This is going to be next level. All right. This is going to be next level. All right. Can you be a follower and a dreamer? Nah, Samantha, I don't think so. Because if you're a follower, remember, what is the definition of a follower? A follower is someone who sees the vision but never pursues it. You know, so it's hard to be a follower and a dreamer, because the only way you're going to be able to be a dreamer is if you're helping others see the dream, if you're helping others accomplish the goal. You feel me? So a follower really can't be a dreamer. It'll be hard because you never pursue it. So people are going to do what you do, not what you say. And if you see the vision and you don't pursue it, no one will really listen to you. You feel me? So you got to be a leader in order for you to be a dreamer. It's the only way you could be a dreamer is if you are a leader, because a leader sees the vision, okay, pursues the vision, and helps others do it as well. Leaders become dreamers. That's the only way you can become a dreamer, is if you are a leader. You can't even become a dreamer if you are a achiever, because an achiever is someone that just does it for himself or herself. A leader is the one that's helping others, and only when you help others can you change the world. Okay, so let's make sure you know that. All right, fam. So with that being said, that wraps up today's call. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to the channel. My goal by the end of the year is to get, this YouTube up to 10,000 subscribers. Okay, I'm super blessed, very grateful for this. So if you haven't subscribed, help me subscribe, get some people, send it to your friends, send it to some family members, send these calls, get them to subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram, Long Live Nano. TikTok is Long Live Nano as well. Be careful for any fake pages if you do follow me, okay? If you do follow me, be careful of fake pages. I do not have any other page. I have one page, Long Live Nano, no extra O's, no underscores, no nothing. I will never hit you up asking you for money. I will never hit you up asking you how's your day going or how's your trade going. So be careful for that, all right? If you guys want to follow my podcast outside of these calls, you can follow them at Mornings with Nano. You can find them on Apple Podcasts. You can find them on Spotify, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Amazon Music. You can find them all over the place. And then make sure that you guys also like this video and leave a comment below as to what was one thing that you liked on today's call. All right. What was one thing that you liked on today's call? All right, fam. But with that being said, fam, I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys so much. I'm going to do a quick prayer for us, and I'm going to get us out of here. All right. So quick prayer. Everybody bow your heads and let's pray. Father God, thank you so much for blessing us with this beautiful Monday morning that's filled with your abundance and your grace. We are so thankful to be on the wake-up list this morning. We feel so good. We are filled with energy to go out there and attack this week and have this week be a week filled with breakthroughs, a week filled with quantum leaps, and a week that we are all ready to become achievers. Before this call, some of us were wanderers. Before this call, some of us were followers. But after this call, God, each and every single one of us will become achievers and leaders, because that is the only thing that you develop, God. That's who you were. You were a leader. You were a dreamer, and we are created in your image. So by law, we must become that as well. We must become achievers. We must become leaders that then turn into dreamers, because we have to be the change that we want to see in the rest of the world. So thank you for the reminder, God. Thank you for always guiding us. Thank you for always showing us what is required in order for us to become the best version of ourselves, in order for us to tap into our God-like abilities that you've given us. Because honestly, God, there's no one better than you. You have done a phenomenal job with us, and we want to give you all the glory and all the thanks for everything that you are doing each and every single day in our lives. Continue to work through us, God. We are here with you each and every single step of the way. Our hands are open to receive all that you have for us. We appreciate you. We love you. Let's go out there and have a great Monday, and let's go out there and have a phenomenal week as well. We love you. We appreciate you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. 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 Let's go. That prayer was fire. I don't know what got into me there, but that prayer was lit. All right, fam. So with that being said, that wraps up today's call. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys even more. Okay. Tomorrow we have a social media training. Okay. I was able to get one of my friends who I have a lot of love and respect for. Okay. And she's gonna come on here, and we're kind of gonna go back and forth. And she's gonna go over some social media stuff on some of the things that we need to know when it comes to social media, and how to grow it, and how to go viral with reels and all of that stuff. So tomorrow will be a mixture of mindset and social media. Okay, so that way we know how to promote ourselves. Remember, our social media is our online resume. Okay, so let's go. We got West Africa in the building. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, 10 a.m. sharp. Let's run it. Love y'all.